Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Drop, and this is my first impressions look on the Nike Lebron NXXT GEN. So I don't really know why they released this. This is supposed to be for the next generation of athletes, of course his sons, right? LeBron or Bronny and Bryce. And this shoe is actually cheaper than his signature shoe. His signature shoe, the LeBron 20, is $200, which is freaking expensive, and they reduced the price by $40. So the next gen is $160, and it's actually not spelled next gen, it's NXXT GEN, which is kind of weird. But if you guys do want to cop, I try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. I believe there are still some sizes available in this colorway on the sneakers app, or if you're a member, it's available on the Nike app. So links will be in the description box, but let's get it started off with the Tracciones. And in this colorway, we actually have a mix matched outsole, and also like the color, right? Blue and orange, right? But both of these outsoles are translucent outsoles, and the outsole pattern is inspired by Akron, Ohio. It's actually a map of Akron, which is pretty cool. That's where LeBron's from, of course. And as far as the actual pattern goes, it kind of looks similar to the LeBron 20s, right? The color I have in the LeBron 20 is a solid rubber outsole. But yeah, the next gen is feeling really good so far as the outsole goes on my wood floors. Has a nice stop. It feels really good and feels very similar to the LeBron 20, which of course is a great thing because the LeBron 20 had top tier traction. Also, there is a nice loud high pitched squeak, which I also do like. As far as the durability goes, durability seems actually pretty damn good. Props to Nike. Nike usually gives us really bad, like really soft rubber, so it's not good for durability on the outdoor court, but just feeling it, it feels actually like really good. The rubber feels hard and it feels like it'll be durable on an outdoor court. As far as dust goes, however, this rubber compound is really sticky, which of course is a good thing, but it seems like it's picking up a lot of dust. I guess I have two dogs, so it's very furry a lot of the time and like dusty on my wood floors. So it was picking up a little bit of dust, so we'll have to see on the performance on dust, but overall the traction is feeling really good so far. And also here in the middle of the outsole we have an X, so that's cool, I guess. All right, moving on to the heel to toe transition. Overall it does feel pretty damn smooth as well. So here in the heel we have a really nice rounded shape, right, and fully exposed midsole, right? It's not caged at all. So here in the heel it's actually quite soft. It doesn't feel clunky at all. And then here in the forefoot we have a very nice curved shape and a good amount of forefoot flex, but look at that. In the midfoot as well, look at how much it freaking, oh my goodness, right? So we'll have to see on torsional support. Of course, the LeBron 20 had a carbon fiber plate, so it didn't really bend as much, right? I mean, honestly though, it actually comes with a tech spec kind of like card here, which is a very nice touch in my personal opinion. And it says it is an injected TPU midfoot shank. So it's, it's plastic and it's there, but I don't know why there's so much flex. That's kind of crazy. But usually it's not a huge deal for me, but I guess for torsional support it's not great. But overall heel to toe transition does feel smooth so far. And now moving on to the cushioning setup, it's exactly the same as the LeBron 20. So shout out to Foot Dr. Zach, right? He did do a teardown of the next gen, and he did say it is Cushlon. And I don't know why Nike doesn't say it's Cushlon, right? For the LeBron 20, it is full length Cushlon, and they told you it's Cushlon in the tech specs. But here in the next gen, it just says soft foam for the tech specs on the Nike website, right? But either way, it's thick. Look at how thick it is, you know what I mean? But it does feel like a good amount stiffer than the LeBron 20, especially even just like feeling it with your hands, right? But there's still a nice amount of compression here in the heel in the next gens. The LeBron 20 was crazy though. When you first got the LeBron 20, there was a lot of compression, like super duper soft. But now that it's broken in, as you guys know, Cushlon does kind of like bottom out pretty quickly. It feels very similar in the heel to the next gen, right? I would actually say the LeBron 20 still has a little bit more compression, even though it is bottomed out in the LeBron 20 that I have. It feels a little bit stiffer than that, but it's still really nice here in the heel. So if you thought the LeBron 20 was a little bit too soft, the next gen is probably the better option, right? Also, there is a very large volume zoom unit top loaded in the heel, and also we have a zoom turbo unit in the forefoot, and those feel very nice. The heel zoom unit I can't really feel as much right now, but once I break it in I'll probably be able to feel it. But coupling that with the Cushlon, it'll probably be really nice in the heel. And then of course I really like Zoom Turbo, so that feels, you know, gives you a nice little compression, nice little bounce in the forefoot as well. If you look at the actual insole, the insole is just like a regular Ortholite insole. It's not anything crazy, and also the strobe board is quite stiff, right? And if you remove the strobe board, it's kind of weird. You can see the actual Zoom Turbo unit, kind of like, you know, the articulation of the Zoom unit, but there's still something over it, right? And then also here in the heel, you can see the outline of the Zoom unit in the heel, but there's still something over it, like the strobe board still over it. So Zoom units, we'll have to see. I mean, there's still a little bit of compression, but hopefully it does break in a little bit more and gets bouncier. But overall, cushioning setup feels very, very similar to the LeBron 20, which of course is a good thing because I really like the setup here in the LeBron 20. All right, moving on to the materials. So the materials, they do lack in quality a little bit, I would say, in my personal opinion, right? And it's an open hole mesh. The good thing though is that it's super duper soft. Right, very, very soft. It conforms to your foot extremely well, and also it's really thin, and there's not a whole lot of stretch to it. It does feel like supportive as well. So I do like the overall material like on foot so far. It's just the quality doesn't feel the best, right? And also here in the tip of the toe, we have like a synthetic suede, it feels like an overlay, of course, for added durability and support. Like if you do toe drags and stuff like that. And then here in the midfoot, we have the same exact material, and it's really, really thin. Also for the laces, we got flat laces, and in both of the colorways, it is a mismatched color, which I think looks great. And then for the tongue, we have very minimal padding actually. You know, very, very minimal padding. And then it's kind of like a textile material, it looks like. And then also it's a half booty construction tongue, giving you a better overall one-to-one fit, and it also keeps the tongue in place. And also here in the ankle area seems very similar to the LeBron 20 as well. You know, it has like holes in the foam, right, which is pretty interesting, and it feels very memory foam like. You know, there's a nice little like compression to it, and it feels very nice in the heel. I would actually say though, it is a little bit less padded than LeBron 20, but it still has nice padding. So the overall quality of the material is not the best, but it feels really nice on foot so far, and it feels minimal too, right? Also here in the back, there's 2 X's for 20, I guess, right? Which is weird, because this is the LeBron 20, and the LeBron 20 actually had the same thing, but it was like where the laces are. And also another design that I really like is a double swoosh, right? The LeBron 20 has a double swoosh, but it's a lot more subtle. Here in the next gen, it's just 2 swooshes. And I feel like that actually looks pretty cool. And also on the black swoosh, we have like this holographic pattern on it, which looks really, really nice. And then here on the medial side, we have like a felt material, which does feel super cheap, even for $160, you know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, they could have given us better quality materials, and also on the tongue, right? But like I said, it feels nice on foot. Now moving on to the fit, I went true to size, and holy crap guys, this shoe fits really, really short. Like my toes are right there. And also it's super duper snug here in the toe box. So I feel like even me, I like to have a really snug fit, right? But I feel like I should have gone up half a size. So I would recommend most people, or like all people, go up half a size. If you want a really, really snug fit, then go true to size, I guess. But for most people, go up half a size. That'll probably be the better option for length. And then also, like I said, here in the toe box, it is very snug, right? Super snug fit. And also width-wise, it is slightly narrow. So overall, it does fit me very, very well. It's just the length is a little too short. And it's not like something that bothers me a lot right now. But we'll have to see. You know, once I play in it, hopefully it doesn't bother me too much, but it is feeling a little short right now. Moving on to the support and lockdown. Support and lockdown feels pretty damn good so far. I mean, here in the LeBron 20s, we had this guardrail, right? And it's kind of like this plastic piece that comes up to act as a sidewall here in the forefoot. But here in the next gen, there's really nothing, right? There's no sidewall or anything, and this material does feel supportive, but it's like thin. It's not like fused up or anything. So I am a little bit worried about the forefoot containment, I guess, but we'll have to see on that. But here in the heel, there is an internal TPU heel counter, so of course that's gonna be good, but I am a little bit worried about the forefoot lateral containment. And also lateral stability feels like it's gonna be very good. You know, you do have a pretty wide base. It does protrude out here as far as the outsole and midsole goes. It's not a crazy sharp outrigger or anything, and I'm actually pretty curious as to what is wider, the LeBron 20 or the next gens. I mean, it seems like the LeBron 20 is just a tiny bit wider, maybe like a couple of millimeters, but it's pretty much the same, right? So lateral stability feels like it's gonna be good here in the next gens. And now moving on to the weight of the shoe. It feels pretty similar to the LeBron 20 actually. So I'm guessing like 12 ounces, 11, 12 ounces. It feels pretty damn light. 11.46 ounces. Let's check the other shoe. 11.57 ounces. So that is extremely light, which is weird because LeBrons have always been so damn heavy. You guys remember that? LeBron 19 was the heaviest shoe that I've ever weighed on, like in my experience, you know, and I've tested a lot of basketball shoes, you know what I mean? So it was like 18, 19 ounces, which is insane, you know what I mean? So it's just so good to see that LeBrons are becoming lighter. Let's compare it to the actual LeBron 20. LeBron 20 is 12.87 ounces, so it's like a little bit heavier. And I feel like that has something to do with maybe the materials. The material here in the next gen feels a little bit thinner, right? But yeah, it feels good so far. You know, the traction seems really good and fits me very well, even though it is a little too tight, and the cushion also I'm liking so far. So, and now moving on to the aesthetics, I love it. It's a great looking shoe. Some of the colorways that are coming out, like the Face Clan colorway looks great too, and like LeBron wore like this all black colorway, which was awesome. It was a PE. Hopefully they release it, but I have my doubts on that. But yes, this looks great, and honestly, I don't know, I don't think it looks as good as the LeBron 20, but it looks almost just as good in my personal opinion. So tell us your thoughts on the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, it's feeling like the LeBron 20, which is a very, very good thing for $40 cheaper, guys. I mean, the cushion is pretty much identical. It's just a little bit different in the heel. And like I said, the foam's a little bit stiffer. Traction is seeming really good so far too. Materials feel a little bit cheaper than LeBron 20, but that's okay. It feels nice on foot. And I guess the only thing I am worried about is the lateral containment here in the forefoot. But of course, we need to wait for the full performance review for that. But it's feeling really nice so far. So anyways, that about concludes my first impressions look on the next gen. Again, if you guys do want to cop, I try to leave the affiliate link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.